Welcome to Miami, where the Global Champions League 2026 kicks off. This year we've got new teams, fresh rivalries and one ultimate goal, glory on the global stage. And what a place to start here in Miami. We are back here this year, and alongside me to talk everything new this year is our reporter Dan Strange. Dan, we're back.
We're back. It's blustery, it's warm, and it's just amazing to be stateside yet again and back on Miami Beach. Such a cool place to be.
And more importantly, this marks 10 years since the Global Champions League started, kicked off in Miami 10 years ago.
It does. There's so many riders still here, 10 years on, the likes of Olivier Philipparts, who we'll talk to later. It's developed so much, it's done so much for the sport of show jumping, and it's so great that it can still be here in this stunning setting.
What do you think makes the Global Champions League so special?
I think it's the fact that you get the best of the best horses and riders. You get the under-25 riders, which means the best of the future are always coming through. And what we always see every year as well is not just the very best horses, but new horses coming in that become global stars.
Yeah, you're right. We're nurturing younger talent in terms of riders. We're nurturing younger talent in terms of horses as well. But look at where we are. Come on. Yesterday, I was on a flight from London. I wake up this morning and I'm on Miami Beach.
Yeah, I had a day sunbathing yesterday because, well,
did you now, Dan?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, I was meant to be working, but, you know, we declined the interviews. It is a setting where you just can't help but go and enjoy it. The boardwalk, the beach. It just can't get better. I
mean, to me, I think it must be so distracting for horse and riders having literally people sunbathing and watching at the same time. But this is what makes the Global Champions League so iconic. And we are going to lots of different venues this year, as usual. We've got some new ones. Can you tell us?
We have got some new ones. Cairo and Egypt, the pyramids. I mean, how good will that be with everything that goes on around the Global Champions League? With the pyramids as your backdrop, you just can't beat it. And then, of course, favourites like London, Valkenswaard, which is the home of the GCL. It's going to be another stunning season. Well,
listen, it's a very special league. We've got some fantastic teams as well. Lots of movement within the teams. We're going to go through that in a little bit, so do stick with us, because Dan and I are going to talk you through some of the changes, some really big changes, some big news in terms of horse and rider changes, in terms of who's been moving around the team, some big signings that some of the teams have gone as well. I'd love to delve into that a little bit further with you in a bit, but you've got a lot to do.
I have.
So, Dan, I'm sending you off.
Fair enough.
Off you go. Go on.
You.
Go and get some riders for us. Go and talk to us. Dan's got a lot on his plate this weekend. We've got a lot to do, a lot of interviews to get sorted. We want to bring you all of the action here to make sure you feel like you're here on Miami Beach as well. But as we said, it is the 10th anniversary of the Global Champions League. A lot has changed, a lot has developed. Let's take a trip down memory lane and have a little look at what it was like 10 years ago in Miami.
Jumping on the sand with the ocean in the background, the breeze coming by, the palm trees swaying. I mean, it's really spectacular.
Yeah, we're excited to get it off and rolling. It's the first ever event, but I'm really excited about it and fun that it's the very first ever one in the United States.
We wanted to go to another level, do different things for our sport. You know, for example, the dress codes with music, more fun, but also serious sport, and very easy to follow.
There's something new going on again in our sport. I'm really looking forward how the league is going to be in the coming shows.
I think it feels really special more than anything. You know, it doesn't feel like just another show, just another week. It feels like a really, really special event.
I think the new GC League is really going to revolutionise the sport.
Well, we're back with the Valkenswaard United, John Whittaker.
With John and Bertram, I don't think it really matters.
This to keep them in it, and it is clear, and it's a decent time as well. He keeps it clean to the last, 52.72. He's lightning fast. Win for Valkenswaard United, John Whittaker and Bertram Allen.
Yeah, it was a great competition, great to win the first one actually. Yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking watching Bertram when he had number 2 down, but he's naturally fast and he did a great round. He kept it together and he did a great job.
Well, as we know, a lot has changed in the last 10 years, but a woman standing next to me who's not changed even in the single bit is Edwina Tops-Alexander. You have been here since the start of the Global Champions League. It's very blustery today, as we can tell. I shouldn't have worn a dress. How has it changed in the last 10 years, Edwina?
I mean, it's evolved so much, and it's so exciting because we've got so many new riders also coming into the tour, and so many riders that you can really see that have been built up from the tour. And every show and every year that we have the events, especially obviously here in Miami, we're always trying to improve things. You know, they're always trying to make things better for the horses, better for the riders, better for the spectators. So I think that's one of the biggest things. But this is an iconic event, as we can see, and it's one of the favourites from everybody.
Do you remember it from 10 years ago? Do you remember being in Miami for the first time here?
I do, actually. I was riding then for the Shanghai Swans, and I do remember thinking, I mean, this is just extraordinary. I mean, and people were like, are you actually jumping on the beach? I'm like, no, we are jumping on the beach. We are like almost in the sea.
Yeah. I mean, the league has redefined team show jumping as well, which I think has been so important to show jumping in general, important to the tour. How do you find it in terms of nurturing younger riders? We've seen Gilles Thomas, and in particular, he's graduated from being under 25, and he's one of the top riders in the team now.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I think how much the Global Tour and the GCL has really, being able to develop a lot of these younger riders. And I mean, I think last year we had 2 or 3 that were winners, and you just see that it really lifts the game, and they have to perform. When you're consistently riding on that level against the best riders, it really brings you up. You've got no choice, And I think that's what's so great, because you can mix everything around. You can ride with different riders on different levels. I rode with John Whittaker sometime, and so it's really great. You can learn a lot from the other riders as well. But putting yourself in that team position, and I think, what Jan has built and what he has created is extraordinary, and it's obviously proven. Because there's quite a few other tours now. There are, some other teams. I know in Australia they have one. Yeah. They even have one in Africa, a national. Wow. They have one here, a smaller tour in the States. So obviously it's working very well. And yeah, I think, look, for the future, there's a lot of possibilities. There's going to be a lot of new things happening soon. So it's exciting.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about that. I'm sure you can't tell us much about it at the moment. Yeah. But talking of under 25 riders, Thibaut Philipparts is one of them. You've got Thibaut in your team this year for the first time. What does that look like in terms of the team and the team in general? Because it's good to see you back with them.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to be back in my old team. It just kind of makes sense at the end of the day, being from Falkenswald. But yeah, really excited to have Thibaut on the team. He's just an incredible rider. He's a young rider. Long time ago, I was at Philipparts' place there working, and I saw the twins, growing up. So you see the development, and what he has achieved in the past 12 months has been extraordinary, and we're really fortunate to have him on our team.
Do you have a favourite memory from the last 10 years being part of the teams?
Oh gosh, you've got me there.
Sorry, I put you on the spot there, Edwina.
Some interesting memories, I can tell you that. That's for sure. I mean, for sure, I would say winning with Falkenswald United, the final, that was just extraordinary with Peter. We had an amazing year. We won quite a lot of the legs, so yeah, lots of great memories.
Lots of great memories, lots of interesting stories. I can imagine that you can tell along the way. We've got so many iconic venues to go to this year, but it is really special to be back here in Miami Beach.
Yeah, it's always amazing. I know there's some riders that haven't been here, and they were telling me yesterday, my gosh, I can't believe I've never been here before. It really is, wow, It
is amazing. Well, listen, we're looking forward to watching your team this weekend and across the entire season as well. As I said, Dan Strange has been very busy. He did say that he was sunbathing yesterday. We did put him to work as well, and he caught up with another Philipparts brother. He caught up with Olivier Philipparts.
Olivier, 10 years on from the first time Global Champions League came to Miami Beach, you were here, you were 22. How do you reflect on 10 years ago and to now?
Well, I mean, if you see 10 years ago and to now, how the calendar has changed, different venues all over the world, I think we already have a remarkable story, and I think it looks like we're keeping on building for the next years.
It's a stunning setting, it's a stunning location, right by the beach. What does that add to you as riders, not just with obviously the jumping, but the lifestyle around it?
Yeah, well, I mean, Miami is Miami. People know what it's like here, so it's a fun place to be. I mean, also the facilities for the horses are good here. So we're glad to get a new season started.
You say the facilities for the horses are good. You're really close to the horses as well in terms of hotel to the stables. How helpful, how easy is that in terms of the weekend?
Very convenient. Also, you have no traffic problems. So, I mean, it's all organized well. You get it to train the horses on time. So, yeah, we're all very happy with the settings over here.
There's been a twin power move. You and your brother have moved to Basel Cosmopolitans. How does it feel to be in a different camp this year, and what's pre-season been like?
Well, yeah, new team, new start. I think I'm very glad that Nicola and myself, we could go together to Basel. I think we're very grateful for that. People have been very great. We spent a couple of days together in Basel like a month ago, and it looks like we're having a good group together, and we're happy to get started.
I hear you had a very good fun time having the team photo shoot. How was that? What went down?
Yeah, we actually went in the hotel in Basel de Trois Rois. I think it was a beautiful hotel. To know all people a bit better, having a good time. So we've got the team spirit going well.
It's a team that finished 4th last year in the GCL Super Cup. What is it about Andreas and how he runs this team and the ethos behind the team that makes it so special, and what can you achieve this year?
I think with Andreas, we have all got it very good organized. We already have quite a good plan for the upcoming shows, so we want to have a good strategy. And yeah, of course, we want to move up the ranks and go for podium spots.
So this year for you jumping, but also for you personally away from jumping, what do you want to achieve out of this season?
I've got a couple of new horses coming up. I've got one who jumps the first time on the Global Tour this week. So I really want to get a couple of horses back on the highest level, and I think I've got some good potential.
Olivier, to you and the team, good luck this weekend, both in the arena and out and about in Miami.
Thank you.
Well, it's great to hear from Olivier Philipparts, and Dan, it's so exciting to know that he's got some new horses coming through.
He has. He's clearly really focused on not only the top horses like Miro, but also, as you say, the horses that he's got behind the scenes working on. And that's part of the brilliance of top-level show jumping.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, we promised you we'd bring you the news of all the new teams and everything that's been going on in off-season to coming in to the new season as well. So we thought, no better way to do this but on Miami Beach itself. Yep. So we've come to the beach. The show is literally going on just behind us there. But Dan, a lot of changes, particularly Philipparts actually. The two twins, Philippart brothers, are in a brand new team. They've not split up, they're sticking together.
It's fairly normal for twins to split up at some point in their lives. They don't. GCL Super Cup winners, of course, with Stockholm Hearts a few years ago, joining Basel Cosmopolitans. 4th in the GCL Super Cup last year on debut. I mean, what a signing that, what a pair of signings that is.
It's not bad, is it? No. And obviously Valkenswaard United have signed Thibaut Philipparts as well.
Yeah, the Philipparts have, you know, a pretty iconic dynasty within this competition, don't they? Of course, their dad was such a fabulous rider as well on this tour. And Thibaut last year, the breakout season for him, another great youngster.
Well, another pair of brothers, the Watchman brothers, were in the same team last year. This year, they're split down.
They are. Max goes to New York Empire, which, alongside Thibaut Philipparts, as we said at Valkenswaard, I think is one of the under-25 signings of the season.
Well, another under-25 that I really want to talk about is Kieran Nallen. Now, Kieran Nallen has come into the Riesenbeck international team. He's here this weekend. He is brand new into the team, but brand new into the league as well.
He is. He won the two-star on the LGCT Grand Prix weekend in London last year. He's a really prolific young rider, and we won't see him in the team in the first round here because he's just gone clear in qualifying.
Well, let's talk about another good pairing here. It's Peder Fredriksson, sorry, I can't even speak now, and Yuri Mansur. Now, they have been a formidable pair, and they're now together in Monaco Aces.
They have joined Rome Gladiators last year, halfway through the season. Of course, they went on to win the GCL Super Cup. That pairing were in that team did oh so well. I mean, coming into the Monaco Aces team, and they've got real strength in depth, that new team as well. They're really exciting, and Peder is just such a nice man, and Yuri just adds such charisma.
Listen, there have been a lot of changes this year. The only changes that haven't happened are Prague Lions and Istanbul Warriors. They stay with the same team. Lots of new rules this year, but considering it is the 10th year anniversary of the Global Champions League, we have a new format. Take a look.
This season, the rules have changed. It's still team versus team, but now it's faster and more competitive. In round 1, all 17 teams jump with 2 riders each, but only the top 10 teams move on. Then, round 2 decides it all. Scores are based on faults from both rounds, and there are no drop scores. If teams are tied, round 2 time decides. This is the new GCL.
Well, that is the Global Champions League new format for 2026, and alongside me now is our commentator Tom Frayne to chat a little bit more about it and about some of the gossip that's happening this season. But let's start with the new GCL format.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic progression on the competition. We were so used last year to the way that built up and the way the competition really heated up. Now this year is slightly different. It was 1.60 metre, only 10 teams coming through to the second round, so the pressure's on from the very beginning. But not just today when the competition is back now to more team tactics. It's back to the managers, talking to their riders, their plan, which horses they're going to bring forward, because you really need to come on in the first round with a really strong team, 1.60 metre horses that are careful, that are scopy, that are quick, because you want to put yourself, every second counts, every fence counts, but not so much as it does now.
Do you think round 2 is going to be more of a speed round then, because we go down to 1.55 metre, it's still a massive course, but do you think that's going to be more of a speed round?
I think the tactics are what really going to come to play on this, because they've got to see where they are after the first round. Remember, it's the time, so they're going to be looking at it. They're going to have their calculators out, figuring out how quick they'd have to be, what difference it's going to make. So it's risk versus reward. It's set up for just fantastic competition. I really can't wait to see, the tactics are going to be, the team managers are going to be under so much pressure. The riders are going to have to deliver. We already see it. You look at the lineup that we have coming forward. It's obvious that the teams have sat down, had a really good look at the new format. They've figured out what their strategy is going to be. And we get the privilege of sitting down and watching it.
I was about to say, I can't
Brilliant.
wait for the drama that we get to sit and watch. Just to reiterate then, that is round 1, it's going to be 1.60 metre, all the teams come through. Round 2 goes to 1.55 metre, and only 10 teams go through. The top 10 teams from round 1 go into round 2. Let's talk a little bit about more what else has been happening. Christian Cook. His horses have gone to a lot of other riders. George has gone to Lara Tiabra, and Chapano Balabé has gone to Jean Saudran. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's great. It's a progression. It's part of the sport. Christian has obviously been iconic at the Global Champions. He's been brilliant. But now those horses, George, for example, has gone on to Lara Tiabra. She's very, very quickly created a fantastic partnership with it. I saw them win a 3-star Grand Prix together. These young riders now getting top-class horses, and they come and they compete at the highest level. It's brilliant to see these younger riders getting the opportunity. So, I mean, you can imagine, if you get on a horse that Christian Cook has ridden around the biggest tracks in the world, what an honour, what a privilege.
It's quite exciting.
But it just shows where our sport is at, that, their supporters, their owners are willing to back these young riders. They back them now because they get opportunities. They get these stages to jump on, and it keeps bringing our sport to the next level.
Well, we also might see a bit of new horsepower coming into Riesenbeck International, because not only have those horses gone to other riders, but also Kobe 8 retired this year. Philip Weisel's top horse has retired, and actually he was one of the most successful GCL horses of all time.
Yeah, but this is a sport, so the horse stays at a level for such a period of time, is so successful. But we've spoken about this recently. One of the challenges the riders have is, yes, you have your Grand Prix horse now, and you need 2 of them, but where's the next one? Because you got to bring them through. Remember, Philip came out last year, won an LGCT Grand Prix on Oreo. So he already has an next replacement. And there's no better setup than Ludwig Bierbon's Riesenbeck. Look at young Kieran Allen coming through. He's on the team now. So not only are they bringing through talented horses, they're also bringing through talented riders. And that development piece is, again, one of the real strong points of the tour.
Well, it's a formidable team as well. Japaloop of Lorenzo De Luca has also gone to Clara Bozzoli as well. Let's just talk a little bit about some of the teams. Which teams are you looking out for this year?
Oh, the big strong ones are there, and they've doubled down. They've strengthened their teams. So obviously Valkenswaard United really strong up again. Riesenbeck, they're really strong again. I think New York Empire look really interesting. This is their 10th year. This is where they started. Georgina Bloomberg's been the support of that, and she's put together a really strong team. Scott Brash is there, a couple of Irish guys that are very competitive. Let's not take our eyes off the ladies, the Comet Aces. They're really strong. They were outstanding last year. They were so competitive all the way through the GCL. I wouldn't be surprised. But look, we have a whole series of competitions in front of us. We have all these competitions to look forward to. We're going to get to see a lot of horse rider combinations come to post. It's so exciting. The new format has it all set up. But they've all arrived here, all guns blazing, and it's going to be magnificent.
Well, you've got the brilliant job of commentating on it all, Tom. I'm going to send you straight off to commentary as we are about to start. Tom, thank you very, very much for all of that. A lot has happened, but the stage is set. Everything is to play for. 17 teams, 16 stages. Who is going to be the 2026 champions? Well, it all starts here in Miami Beach.
Good afternoon and welcome to the sun-drenched shores of South Beach in Florida. We're here for the Global Champions Tour, Longines Global Champions Tour of Miami Beach for 2026. This is a spectacular location and we're going to have not just fantastic competition, but we're witnessing a legacy here today. This is the 20th anniversary of the Global Champions Tour. So 2 decades ago, Jan Tops commenced this journey to bring the world's elite show jumpers to the world's most iconic destinations and locations on the planet. So for over 2 decades we have travelled the world with the best riders putting on the best sport, and how fitting that we're back here for 2026. We're here for the Longines Global Champions Tour in Miami Beach, and we kick off this season. We have our GCL of Miami Beach. It is a phenomenal competition. We have a new format and we're gonna get ready for this competition. We have 15 teams coming to post. Everything is set. The stage is ready. The crowds have started to gather. This is the most amazing location. And here you can see where we are. But look, these are the previous winners of this GCL. Rome Gladiators in 24. Madrid in Motion 23, 22. Berlin Eagles 19. It was the Miami Celtics. And back in 2018 it was the Prague Lions. This is the 10th anniversary of the GCL. This is where it all began 10 years ago, and we so look forward to celebrating this 10th anniversary of this iconic competition that has brought our sport to a whole new level, to a whole new audience across the world. It has been phenomenal. It continues to develop. We changed the format and we got such a competition to look forward to. Look at our arena. It's 85 meters long, it's 40 meters wide, it's tucked in here on the side of the beach. You can see the people are walking up and down. We have competition against the clock. 1 round, we have 12 obstacles, 15 jumping efforts. We start up in the far corner on a tall vertical. We swing left-handed, quite a long canter around to another vertical, and then a long travel all the way down the arena, very close to the in gate. So it's a long canter down there. Again, don't forget, time is of the essence here, so they'll want to pick up a good canter. Big oxer at fence number 3. Then swing right-handed. And this is the first of our combinations. It's a vertical oxer Dublin. Vertical going in, 1 stride to the oxer at fence 4. You can see here, 157 high. 8.1 meters is the distance between A and B, and then this oxer is 153 the front rail. It's 165 wide. What an effort. And now 5 strides up to a really tall vertical with a water tray at the back of it. Only 3 poles in the front, slightly different from what we see in the graphic. Now we swing all the way back left-handed, loop back on ourselves, and we hit the combination. It's slightly angled in towards the corner, so that's quite influential. We start on a big oxer coming in, 152 on the front rail, 1 meter 60 wide, 2 strides. It's 11.7. That's going to make it a difficult jump. This is really tall in the middle. It's 157 high, and then 8.3 meters to the last part. Another tall vertical. Look at that, 158. Now very committed. Forward 7 strides to the 7 fence, big wide oxer Longines fence now. Swing left-handed, canter up around. You have a lot of people up against that railing that have come off the beach to watch. We have a big oxer coming away at 8. We have a short 5 to a really tall vertical, narrow, only 2 metre wide poles at fence number 9. Swing right-handed, and now really difficult jump. It's a big wall, it's completely filled in, it's very bright, it's very colourful. We're nearly there. Swing right-handed, big oxer, and a bending line left on the last line, and we finish over. Another big oxer at fence number 12. So course builder done a phenomenal job here setting it out. Peter Grant from Canada is the man with the measuring tape. The best of luck to him. His first course here was superb, got a brilliant result. That's him. He's walking around the place, just checking everything's in position. Our first horse is not too far from coming into the ring. The stage is set. What a beautiful backdrop. We've a brilliant afternoon sport here in front of us, but when you look out beyond the arena and you see the background, the sea, the beach. So here we are. This is our start list. First up, we have Ben Mayer as the first man into the ring. He's in for the Shanghai Swans. He's joined by Max Kuhner. Then we have Istanbul, powered by Carpe Diem Equestrian. Then we have the Cannes Stars. They come in with the Iron Dames. Followed on then fourth, we have Prague Lions, powered by the Czech Equestrian team. Valkenswaard United, Edwina Tops Alexander was back on the team again. Gilles Thomas was outstanding last year for them. They'll be the 5th team to go. Monaco Aces, they come forward. They're the 6th team. Duarte and Ignacio, they start for them today. 7th up will be the Cairo Pharaohs. They're a new team we have this year. Be interesting to see a lot of strength and depth. And the 8th team we're going to have New York Empire, powered by Logano, Max Watchman and Mikey Pender, 2 outstanding young athletes. Then 9th team we're going to have Madrid in Motion, Miguel van der Vleuten, a really solid performer. Jack Whittaker, he's under 25, he's one of our young riders coming forward. 10th we'll have the Doha Falcons. Ladies team, Jessica Mendoza, Sanya Tyson, 2 real experienced riders. Then in 11th, the Basel Cosmopolitans, Olivia Philippar, Sasha Nygaard, they come to post. Saint-Tropez Pirates, they come in 12th, Jerome Gary and Pier Giorgio Bucci. Lots of experience in that team. In 13th, the Scandinavian Vikings. Sarah Vanglova and Susan Fitzpatrick taking her opportunity. This is her first start. We look forward to seeing her. 14, Reisenbeck International, a really strong team. Marco Kushner, Philip Weisert. 15th and the last team to come to post, Zoe Hank-Hunter, Carlos Hancarera. Really solid again. What a competition. Remember, we've changed the format. Slightly different this year. More pressure, more tactics. It's all to play for. These teams really are up against it now. They need to be in the top 10. Only the top 10 teams are going to come back for the second round. So the pressure is really on. It's changing format, and we're going to see the big guns come into the arena. They're 1.60 meter horses. They want to start as they mean to continue. Put the points on the board. Bring as many points forward from each leg as you possibly can. And what a way to start our competition. There we go, that's that third last fence. It's that big wall, and don't be surprised if it's just like Ben Mayer. We see a lot of riders go down and have a look at it, show it to their horses. That's what I would definitely be doing if I was in there. So again, you can see Max is doing the same, taking the opportunity. So the bell has gone to 2026. The 10th anniversary of the Global Champions League is about to get underway. What a season we look forward to. Last year was brilliant, and it just gets better, it gets stronger. The teams get stronger, the competition gets hotter. We have so much to look forward to this year, and we're going to start our competition. Ben Mayer is the first man in. What an athlete. He's currently ranked number 4 in the world. Shanghai Swans were 3rd last year in the league. They were winners in Mexico. They won in Shanghai. You want to go 2 better and be the leading team, and they have the strength and the power to do that. Mandoxfield Zed is a 9-year-old on Montebellini, really big scopy horse. Eats the distance up there from 4B to 5. Now back left-handed to the combination. 2 strides here. Nice and quiet. Brilliant control. Nice and wide and has the front rail down. Now swings left-handed. Another big oxer. We've seen Ben riding big horses in the past. We'll of course remember him with Explosion, who was just such a superstar. Multiple LGCT Grand Prix winner at the highest level. Finishes over, jumps the big wall. He's 2 more fences. He's had that tall vertical down as well, so he's on 8 falls. This track is going to take a lot of jumping. Last fence coming up. Clears that. But he finishes on the 8. Time is 77.02. Remember, there's no discards. Every second counts. Every penalty counts. So in the equality of faults, we look at the clock. And now we'll bring that forward. That's the benchmark. A lot of riders will be watching that now and just kind of get an idea of what the track is and how it's riding. So, hands over to his teammate, the real experienced Max Kuhner. He's also the manager of the Shanghai Swans. He led them last year to that 3rd place finish overall. He comes with Count Me On 19. Very strong indoor campaign in the spring with this horse. It's only an 11-year-old mare by Casaldello. Warmed up for this one, an indoor jump to Grand Prix indoors in Paris. So now you can see Max, that trademark lovely style that he has, nice and forward. Super technique from this young horse. Now, tall vertical in here. Whoa, scoop, be careful. Moves up the distance really easily. You can see, opts to go outside the wall to get set up for the combination. 2 strides here. 6, 7, stays on the 7-stride pattern, and again watch this horse has superb use of itself, really good through the body. Big ox now weight on the 5, super control. Now right-handed, needs to get nice and square. You can see just really gets the horse in front of him, puts his leg on. Yeah, goes nice and high, brave at the wall. Now moves up again. Big Oxer comes up very quickly off the corner here. Now he goes high. Adds up the stride for the last just to make sure. Finishes on the 4 falls. That second last fence comes up very quick off the corner. Now the team will finish up on a score of 8 penalties. Just slightly slower than his teammate. So their score will be combined, and that we'll have to wait out and see. So here we see him. That's over the wall. And he swings right-handed, away from the big screen, away from the far end of the arena. You can just see Max, obviously his eyes on the fence, just really looking for as he comes through the corners. It happens very quickly. Watch, horse just puts his head in the air, just makes it difficult, and he really tries and just catches that back rail. Well, watch it here again, just puts his all 4 down.
Well, our first team has already been in the arena and jumped around. If you want to continue watching all of the action here in Miami Beach, then subscribe to GCTV. Don't miss a thing.